The Everyday VOpreneur Summer Series is all about giving everyday VOpreneurs the opportunity to come on the show, ask a pressing business or marketing question that they have, and get it answered. And chances are, if one person is thinking it, other people who are watching or listening to the show are thinking it too. So we carry on with today's Summer Series episode, and welcome to the show, Syan Newton. How are you?
Woo! I am great. I am great. I'm in sunny Atlanta. It's been sunny, rainy. Right now it's sort of sunny. So, yes, I'm great.
Right
How are
on.
you?
Well, tell me, what is your question that I can answer for you today?
Yes, and thanks so much, Mark. So I am at the point in my career that I would love to go ahead and record a demo. I
Mhm.
feel like I'm pretty good in a few genres, but I don't really know. Like, I don't want to sell myself short. I don't want to like overdo it. I don't know like who I should go to. I've been kind of shopping around. Like, I've gotten anywhere from like 500 to like 2600, and I'm like, what's right? Who's right?
Yep.
Am I right? Like, what's right?
There is a lot to take in the demo space, and I think, like a lot of different things, you can buy a $200 TV, or you can buy a $25,000 TV, or you can buy a $5,000 car, or a $50,000 car, and somewhere in the midst of all of those is the car that is right for you, or the TV that is right for you, or the demo that is right for you. So let's go to your first question, which is, how do I know if I'm ready? And I think there's two different aspects to that. One, I think that a good, reputable coach is going to tell you when you're ready.
Mhm.
And sometimes we get a little bit nervous about that, because if a coach tells us we're not ready, we might begin to question whether or not they're just trying to sell us more coaching.
Yeah.
And I think that's possible. And I think that does happen. But I think with good, reputable coaches, they're going to be honest with you because their reputation is on the line as well.
Yeah.
If a reputable demo producer produces a bad demo, it
Mm.
reflects poorly on them, just like it reflects poorly on the voice actor who recorded it. And so a good, reputable producer is going to be really honest with you. And they're going to say, I think we're good to go, and let's get something on the calendar. Or they're going to say, I think you could use a little bit more coaching. And maybe they're going to recommend some coaching with themselves, or maybe they're going to point you to someone who they think would be the appropriate coach for you. But I don't think you should be afraid of getting that from a good, reputable demo producer, because, like I said, their reputation is on the line. They need to be able to do a great demo for you. So that's the first side of it. The second side of it is, when do you think that you are ready? Because it's really easy if a great, reputable demo producer says, hey, I think you're ready, let's go do the demo, but you're just not quite feeling 100% confident yet, you're not going to have a great session.
Yeah.
When you go in there, you're not going to have a great session. And so I think we have to be really careful on the voice actor side that we can't just keep kicking the can down the road. One more session. Maybe after the next session, I'll be ready. Maybe if I were to just do one more workshop, I'll feel like I'm ready. It can be really easy to fall into that trap and keep kicking the can down the road. But I definitely think that you need to feel ready and confident and capable when you go into that session. I just did two demos recently. I did a brand new commercial demo recently and a brand new corporate narration demo. And when I came out of those demo sessions, I wanted to feel like I just seriously kicked butt. Like I wanted to feel like I was just dominating those demo sessions. And so I think that that's a really big part of it as well. You have to feel like you are ready. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
It does. It does. I feel like I'm armed with the information that I need.
Right on. Okay. So that's the first part of your question. Second part of your question, let's talk about producers and let's talk about demos. I personally think that spending a little bit more money to get a little bit better demo is an investment that is ultimately worth it. I think that just like you can buy something from the dollar store and it may get the job done, but it may only last you for a week, or you can buy the same thing and pay significantly more money for it, but it will last you for a year or 5 years or 10 years, right? I
Yeah.
think that those things make a difference. And so I want to get the best possible demo that I can get, because I believe that the best possible demo that I can get is going to provide me with the greatest possible return on
Mhm.
investment. And I'm saying this as someone who doesn't sell demos, right? So I have nothing to gain by this. I'm just going straight from my own personal experience here. But I do think that a higher tier, higher class demo is going to produce a better return on investment. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I think it just sounds better. You're working with a better producer, somebody
Yeah.
who is in line with what is going on today, with what's booking today, with what's trending today. Chances are some of these reputable producers, chances are they've got connections with different agents, and maybe you can leverage that as a foot in the door. And there's obviously a value in that as well. So on a broadcast demo, commercial, promo, imaging, things of that nature. Could you spend 2,500 bucks? Yep, probably pretty quick and easy. You could spend 2,500 bucks on a
Yeah.
non-broadcast demo, say an explainer or a corporate or something like that. Could you spend 2,000 to 2,500 bucks? Yep, you probably could.
Mm.
On certain gaming and animation demos, could you spend maybe even a little bit more than that just because of the sheer amount of production that is involved? Absolutely, you could. I'm never going to say you can't get a good demo for 500 bucks because maybe you can. I don't know. That has not been my experience, but I also haven't worked with every single demo producer that is out there
Yeah.
either. What I
Yeah.
will say is that the demos that I have had produced, and I've had a number of them over the course of my career, and I've worked with a number of different producers over the course of my career. All the demos that I have had produced have all been closer to that $2,500 range with some of the reputable producers that are out there. A couple of them have been award nominated. They've landed me agents. They've opened up doors to opportunity, and every one of them has paid for itself
That's
over
awesome.
the lifetime of the demo. And I think that's the other side of this. $2,500 sounds like a lot of money up front, but if you think that that demo has the potential to make you $25,000 a year for the next 4 years, would you
It's worth
spend
it
2,500 to make 100,000
every time.
every time, right? And so that's the other side of this. I think that when you're trying to set yourself up for success in a new career or a new venture, you want to start with the best tools that you can possibly get. And I think that's where investing in a good demo producer is the right way to go. So tell me about what genre are you looking for? What are you thinking about for your first demo? Are you thinking it's going to be a commercial demo?
Yeah, I definitely think commercial, corporate narration is an area that I'm really strong in as well. So, if I do two, it would be those two. If I do one, I kind of want to lean toward commercial.
Okay. I think those 2 demos are really smart. Those are the 2 that I just did, and that was strategic. I think from an AI standpoint, there's still plenty of opportunity in commercial. I think it's a genre that is gonna be safer for longer. I think that there are so many different tiers of commercial: local commercial, regional commercial, national commercial. Now we've got so many different things. We got broadcast commercial like television, radio. You've got non-broadcast commercial through like social media, paid ads. You've got streaming commercials that are running on Netflix or Prime or Spotify or whatever. Like the commercial world has exploded. And so I still think there's plenty of opportunity there. I think that's a really smart genre. That's why that's one that I just did myself, was a new commercial demo. And I think corporate narration, and the reason why I felt like that was still a really smart demo, is with the experience that I've been having lately on online casting, I just see that those consistently still seem to be the number one job that I'm getting invited to on a regular basis, or corporate narration. And so there still seems to be plenty of opportunity in that space as well. I think those 2 demos are really smart demos to start with. I think you could get away with either one of those or both of them.
Yeah,
So
nice.
on the commercial side, well, you know what? On commercial and corporate side, I did my commercial demo with J. Michael Collins. I'm sure you've heard J. Michael's name
Yes.
before,
Yes.
and got thrilled with the experience. Absolutely thrilled with the end result of that demo. Can't wait to get it out there. Feeling very confident that it is going to open up some doors for some new agents and things of that nature. I did my corporate demo with the Demo Dream Team, which is Michelle and Steve Sundholm, Ryan Paul James, Melissa Disney, and had an
Mhm.
incredible experience working with the Demo Dream Team. Was so happy with them. The amount of involvement that they had, right from what brands and services and products do you want reflected on the demo, the custom writing of the scripts, the direction, all the way through the entire process. Like, I had a great experience from start to finish. But J. Michael, Demo Dream Team, and Ganguzza is somebody else that I've
Mhm.
had produced demos for me and had an incredible experience with. Um, Dave Walsh is another name that I mention every once in a while. I think Dave does amazing stuff in the commercial space. Everett Oliver does amazing work in the commercial space. The Global Voice Acting Academy. does great demo production. David Rosenthal. You're in Atlanta. Atlanta VoiceOver Studios would be somebody that I would lean into and trust as a resource for a little bit of guidance as well. Like there are a lot of great people out there who are producing great demos, and I'm probably going to leave somebody's name off the list, and they're probably going to send me an angry email later because I forgot to mention them. But it's not too hard once you start to do your research on some of those ones that I just mentioned with you. I mean, you're going to
Yeah.
see you'll see common themes that tie all of these people together in the way that they work, their process. I think that's something that's really important to pay attention to as well. A really great demo producer is going to deeply collaborate with you on the
Mm,
demo. They're not just going to hand you some generic scripts and say, okay, let's go record. They're going to sit down and they're going to say, are there brands that you would like to have? What are the products that you use every day? Are there things that you are
mhm,
loyal to? Are there organizations that you have a special relationship with? And they're going to make that demo a more custom and personalized demo for you. They're going to write you those scripts. Like it's going to be a very personalized experience. And I think any of the people that I just mentioned, that's the process that they're going to go through with you. And if you find somebody that's not going through that process or doesn't seem interested in going through that process, that for me would be a red flag. I think
yeah.
the other thing is that you're going to find any of these people want a collaborative experience. So when I worked with J. Michael, one of the commercials that we worked on, I just wasn't loving. And so I was able to go back to him and say, can we do this different? And provided him with some feedback on a couple of ways that I thought we might be able to tweak. And he's like, it's your demo, man. Let's
That's
go. Let's
awesome.
let's do it. Right. And I had the same experience with the demo dream team. One of the spots, we just kind of worked our way through it, tweaked some things along the way, added a spot, left out a spot, and they were just completely open to that collaboration. Whereas some of the less reputable demo producers, I think they will come at you more like I'm the demo producer, I'm the
Mm,
expert, shut up, do what I tell you to
read
do,
this.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that to me, again, huge red flag. Do I
Yeah.
think that you need to trust a producer? Yes. Are there certain instances where I default to what J. Michael says or what the demo dream team says, or when Ann Ganguzza says something, do I say, okay, I trust you? 100%. There are those moments. But at the same time, I also know that if I came to them with something, that they were willing to sit down and listen and have that conversation and not try to make me feel bad about it. And I know
Yeah.
that there are demo producers out there who will come at you and try to make you
Yeah.
feel bad about it, right? So those are some of the things that I would absolutely be looking out for. But yeah, if you think you're ready and
Yes.
you feel like you're ready, then the next step is finding the right demo producer for you
Yes.
and then waiting for them to say, "Yeah,
It's time.
you're ready. Let's go." Because they want to produce an awesome demo for you. They want
Yes.
you to have a great experience. When I have a great experience with J. Michael, what do? I come on the podcast and I have a conversation with you and I tell people about my great experience with J. Michael Collins, right? When I have an amazing experience with the Demo Dream Team, somebody asked me about my demo and I had this most amazing experience with the Demo Dream Team and here's all the things that I loved about working. They want that, right? They don't
Yes.
want you to go out and say, "Oh man, he sucked. That was terrible. I didn't enjoy that experience." Right? So they have a vested interest in you succeeding and producing great demos, and I think those are the sorts of things that will help guide you towards the right producer. But
Wow.
feeling ready, I think, is really really important.
Thank you so much. That is so helpful. And you mentioned so many things. I was taking notes. Thank you for, the different companies and names that you mentioned. These are super familiar. Definitely, I'm right in ATL VO's back door,
Yeah,
so or backyard. But yeah, this is such an exciting time. It'll be my first time recording a
right
demo.
on.
Won't be my last. So I'm sure I'll look back on it like, that was my first little baby. And
Yep.
so kudos to you for doing this. This is awesome, sharing the knowledge that you have and your suggestions. I really appreciate it.
The other thing I will say, because you mentioned it's your first demo, and I want to put this out there: your first demo in all likelihood will be your shortest shelf life demo.
Ah,
But the reason for that is because odds are, as a talent, right now you are going through a quicker growth phase,
hmm,
right? So sometimes we do that first demo, and after a year or two, we look back and think, man, that sounds terrible. And it's not because you produced a bad demo, it's just because you're improving so rapidly. And so when you do that
Yes.
next demo, maybe that one is the one that lasts you for 3, 4, 5 years or whatever, right? So that's just something
Yeah.
else to keep in mind is that your demo, make sure that the demo that you have, whatever genres they are reflective of what you are capable of today.
Mm.
And that may mean that certain demos get replaced quicker than others just because of the growth that you are experiencing as a talent and a voice actor.
That's great advice. I've definitely already seen, lots of growth from just 2 projects ago. So I
Yeah.
totally, can see what you're saying. It's, I'll go back to that baby analogy. It's literally a baby and it's going to grow.
Yep.
And I mean, we don't want to throw the baby out,
Yep.
but it'll the bigger baby will show up. So
Yep.
thank you so much.
Right on. Hope this has been helpful.
It's been so helpful. I so appreciate you, Mark.
All right. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.